live.
And we're live. Hello, everyone. For TC-ish. I'm being told I'm live. I'm Ravi. Tim is joining in a second. Are you there yet, Tim? No. Nope, he's not. But it's cool. There we go. And we are actually live. I can see it. So, fantastic. So thanks everyone for joining. What we're going to try and do is watch along. We're going to chat along the way, myself and Tim. Obviously, chuck in any comments you have along the way. We'll try and keep up. There's going to be a bit of lag, I think, between what we say and what you see. But yeah, hopefully it'll be good fun to watch the keynote. And I think we've got, 13 minutes left before it starts. So let's go. Hello, Mark. We're going through loud and clear. Cool. So there's going to be about a bit of setup beforehand because Tim's doing some magic behind the curtain. But great to see you all and experience this. The reason me and Tim came up with this idea, I think, and I can say this before he turns up, is really like in a conference environment, we'd be, I guess, sitting near each other, or at least texting or whatever, and keeping in touch, just giving commentary. This is a unique experience because you can talk over it and no one's going to be like, shut up or whatever behind you, and you can see like live reactions and whatnot. Because with these, typically with these things, there's always going to be a bit of like guff, which you're not really paying attention to. So instead of just scrolling first, you can either hear us chat, or in our case, we can just chat to each other. So great to see you all. Let's see. Tim can go the power. So we're gonna. I've got the stream open on one screen over here. I've got Tim in front of me, and hey, we've now got the stream running alongside. Tim, will we have the actual what's the word? The audio coming through as well? Fantastic. So the audio will come through as well. If you actually do want to listen to what's being said, rather than us rambling, we'll need to, we probably recommend having it on in one ear or something like that. But the visual will be there, and there will be some audio coming through while we chat. So yeah, it's great to have a few of you on with us. Hello, how are you doing, sir?
Good. Hi, everyone. Hi. You can see I'm literally live editing the OBS template in front of you. I had to wait to have the Zoom call up before we had this going properly. So yeah, this is a little bit of real-time editing of OBS, but we're going to get there in the end. We also have a FaceTime call just off screen because I
yeah, exactly.
my PC to set this up correctly.
It's a multi-device setup. So how are you doing, Tim? It's weird. A year ago, we were in Vegas. We were actually in Vegas waiting for a conference.
Absolutely. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like at the beginning of this year, I was looking forward to TC. I think this was supposed to be the big TC where lots of things were happening because of Salesforce. And in the end, obviously, it's now not a physical conference. So we lost that opportunity to talk to people about the experience of Salesforce.
What's it like? What the first year of Salesforce been, you know?
But no, we're here in the end. I'm just grateful we have some sort of resemblance of conference, and people are still sort of taking it with all the enthusiasm and energy. So yeah, I'm pretty chuffed that we've got something going, and it's forced us to do a live stream, which is good. So yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting. I think the last time we did the live stream was live. Well, we recorded a Dayton podcast, but had the video going alongside it, so that was all good fun as well. So
yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to turn the browser down a little bit for everyone.
Cool. How's the audio coming through for you all? Is it good, a balance between myself, Tim, and the audio on the screen? How's it all sounding? Just put something in the chat and let us know.
Yeah, let us know. I'm just going to open up the stream myself so I can listen on my third pair of headphones. I've actually got AirPods in, an actual headphone, and now I'm like, I need another headphone.
You need another ear, right?
Yeah, exactly. I need another ear, or I need another person, if I'm honest. I need more hands or something.
A proper producer, right? A proper producer,
yeah,
someone behind
exactly,
the curtain.
Exactly.
So how we far? We're about 10 minutes out from the keynote. So we're going to have Mr. Silipsky, the CEO, who's going to go first, and then hopefully jumping straight into some product updates and sort of directional things.
Exactly.
I'm expecting a story. There's always a story at these things, right? A story about data and a cautionary tale or something like that.
Yeah, so we're good. We're even in HD, Ravi. This is good. Okay. I was not banking on that, so this is very nice.
Cool. Apparently, I'm a bit louder than you are. I think that's just
All
me
right.
being.
I can turn you down.
Here's another benefit of being on a stream and a call, right? You can actually turn
So
me down.
I can turn myself up now. I'm now a lot. It's also I'm not talking to the mic directly, which is probably what it is. My mic is a bit more directional than your headset, so
Yeah.
yeah. But it's all good. It's all good. Got the audio in the background as well, so that's good. So
Cool.
good. Right. So I've got a little bit of house cleanup to do here. This is not quite how I wanted it. So I'm going to switch through the different feeds we've got at the moment. This is me. This is nice, and then this is Ravi. This is myself. Cool. And I think this will have to do for the little thing, but I could probably do better. So let's make this obvious, just in case you don't know who Ravi and I are. Yeah, can't assume these things, you see.
Of course, it's 2020. Our identity is different. Cool. So we've got 3 days of conference, and obviously this keynote is going to be running tomorrow morning. So I wonder if anyone's going to watch this back tomorrow morning just to get the full experience. I doubt it. I heavily doubt
I doubt it. You either watch it live or you don't watch it at all. The YouTube is the next one you'll actually probably watch, right? So this is yeah, good.
Hello, Ben Culpin. Apparently, it's a swish setup between the three of us.
So I just literally got off the call with Ben. He's a good friend of mine, and he said he wanted a shout out live on there. So hi Ben, how you doing? Great to have you on board. I trust you're going to finish watching the rest of the stream for the next hour and a half or something.
Aren't we all? I mean, we have to.
Exactly. God, right now let me actually finish editing this OBS template because
cool.
I want to get this done.
I've got a bit more fellow content.
Fill the air.
What do we got? So the first day, so today/tomorrow. I'm not going to watch any sessions. I'm going to literally watch the keynote today, this evening, for the US time, and then probably switch out to some content tomorrow. My conference is a little bit different this year. As a Zen, I have some doctor sessions to do. So I'll be doing my half my days on Wednesday. On Tuesday and Friday, I've got some doctor sessions, but the rest of it is mainly brain dates. For me, the content, the value of conference for me in real life would be from the interactions with people and getting to know devs a bit. And while I'm quite active with speaking, reaching out to devs directly, the people side is a bit difficult. So what I've done is I've set up a bunch of group brain dates, and I think this works almost better this year. There seems to be a lot more people using the brain dates platform. I guess it's less of a way to like get from one end of the center to the other to make your brain date in time or leave a session early. So I think it's going to work out quite nicely. What else? What am I looking forward to? I guess that's a good thing to do. 5 minutes to go is think a bit about predictions. My predictions for this session is I have a feeling that there is going to be a lot of Einstein. That's my Sherlock levels of deduction from the
sugar daddy Salesforce need to sell some licenses, right? So
yeah, exactly. I think a lot of those will come from the actual sessions. If you look at the sessions themselves, you'll see a lot of Einstein.
Yeah.
But moving forward from that, I think in terms of product updates, I'm expecting a bit more love given to server and online. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
And I'm hopefully my wish, I guess, is that we finally see next gen dashboards and dashboards get a bit of love.
Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, for me, since moving into my new role, I think I appreciate a lot of the server administrative tools a bit more. My kingdom for a view as element on server where I give someone permissions and I now want to impersonate them.
Yeah.
So that's the dream. And there's a couple of things I'm looking forward to otherwise as well. How about you, Tim? Now you're all set up? Are you all good with your
Pretty
setup?
much all set up. Yeah, I think I'll have to settle for this. Conference. I'm actually looking forward to quite a few brain dates. I just put out a small brain date out there for high quality video tutorials basically, and I've had a few people reach out, which has been great. Absolutely great.
Excellent.
I'm looking forward to meeting new people. I've set up my Discord this week, so I'm gonna post that at some point in the stream somewhere. So if you know what Discord is, hop into our server. I literally just finished setting it up this afternoon. afternoon at some point. So hop into that and find out more about that. But otherwise, yeah, no, really looking forward to just seeing how the virtual setup is done. I don't really have high expectations as such. I think the content is going to have its own little focus. So yeah, we'll be able to sort of evaluate that probably in a week's time on our next season of podcasts, right? That's probably
yeah, right. We're gonna roll over. Yeah. We're gonna pretend that we finished the last season.
Yeah, whenever we have a break, we just call it the end of a season and start again.
So here's the first question, right? So
right.
What would your advice be for a Brain Dates newbie?
Genuinely, don't fanboy or fangirl, right? Like, don't just have a brain date with someone because they're cool. Don't have a brain date with someone that you can have access to anyway, like someone you already know. Have brain dates with people who are talking about topics that you're really interested in, because you can kind of get lost in that sort of euphoria of conference, and it's very easy just to book yourself up and actually realize that all the conversations are the same thing, right? Or it's the same theme. And I've got people coming to talk to me about documentation in videos, and some people are talking about how they do their own product videos, not Tableau. So Red Hat, for example, is a topic that's come up. So that's a really nice way of sort of cross-pollinating, because you have to have something to offer the person who's doing the brain date, right? It's not just a one-way stream of information. You've got to be able to bounce off each other. So think of it as two people coming together rather than one person sharing knowledge with another person.
And I think alongside that, if you're doing a group brain date, the trickiest part is, well, for me at least, is trying to get everyone involved.
Yeah.
Because I can steamroll a bit, and I'm aware of that. So it's trying to bring other people in this conversation, but it's also being that facilitator. So if you're in a conversation with, I think it's maximum 6 people in a brain date, and there's 3 people talking, then the other 2 are sort of just sitting there. They might be fine sitting there and absorbing and listening, but it's always good to lean them up. And I think, again, if this is a real life conference, you talk about the horseshoe. I think this is something that Mark mentioned to me once, which is if you're standing in a circle of people, you've got the horseshoe, which is you don't close the circle, you have it open so someone else can step in.
Yeah, exactly.
And similarly, it's trying to create a virtual environment of that. I've just glanced across this screen, and I'm so glad we're talking about something during this part, because they're doing a musical parody of.
I didn't want to put them in full screen, so I've just literally created a little side thing on your screen.
Hey, some people will get a kick out of it, so it's fine. But it's one of these things that if this was real life at the conference, you'd be sitting there like,
God,
yeah. So American.
It's crazy, gosh. But now I'm actually looking forward to this. It's also Adam's first keynote as a subordinate in many ways. So it'd be interesting.
Well,
I'm just saying how it is.
Absolute, what's the word? Do you include last year's power struggle?
Or dolphin impressions. I'm not going to try and recreate that here, but that was hilarious.
just lost complete control. And, it was great fun. It's great fun. But I think so. During the New Year, this is going to sound really sad, but between Christmas and New Year, I spent a bit of time while I was in the information lab looking at Benioff. Trying to understand the sort of ethos behind Salesforce and trying to get a grasp on what's going to happen. And my takeaway, he does random stuff like that a lot. That's just him.
That's just him.
And I think there's a lot of times he sort of derails the conversation at the start and then brings it back in, which is I think what he did. I think the problem with the Tableau, well, I was sat at the front, so everyone else was like, the disrespect.
Right.
But if you ignore that first section, then listen to what he says. He's really smart and on board, and he's dug into everything that Tableau do. And I think the Salesforce ethos is somewhat similar.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's true.
They do have deep roots and groundings in real people and trying to solve actual problems.
Yeah.
I think the key difference is it's not a cult. There's not a cult-like following like Tableau has.
Absolutely. So we've got a couple more people dropping comments. Anna, any advice for a brain date newbie? You've done that one. Volantis, holla, how are you doing?
Hey, Volantis, all the way from Buenos Aires.
Yeah, I was about to say, where are you right now? I never know where he is.
Yeah, everyone drop a comment, just shout out where you are. I'm in Chelmsford, Essex. It's currently
I'm in
just
Colchester,
rained.
Essex. We should just call this the Essex live stream.
The only way is Essex.
Hey, here we go.
Hey, there we go.
It's hilarious.
Excellent. No, so we're going to do the same thing again as we have done today. I think we'll have a shorter pre-show. But but the section will be, we're starting very shortly now.
Right. I'm going to
but
turn
we're
up
going to do
the
devs
volume.
at desk as well. Right. So let's take a pause and just listen.
Turning to data for understanding, for insights, for answers. This is the time for data people to come together. It's the power of data and make things
This is the
better.
moment at conference where I'm just
For
like,
everyone,
I might be grumpy all the time,
everywhere.
but this is fun.
Welcome to
Yeah.
Tableau Conference.
Here we go.
I was wondering if they bring back Alyssa Fink to do the voiceovers or not. Oh, this is cool. It's very Apple. They're doing it. Excellent.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
He's been green screened in.
Tableau, data fam, Einstein Analytics
Aren't we all?
trailblazers, and data geeks of
Right.
every stripe. I'm
Let's
Adam
start.
Slipsky, CEO of Tableau. Welcome to Tableau Conference-ish. Thank you so much for joining us in this new venue. I have to admit, this is new. I've been adjusting to sitting at home, presenting to folks with a cat on my lap, hearing the neighbors' dogs barking, and seeing one of my kids doing yoga down the hallway. I know we've each had our own reality the past 6 months, and that it's been hard for so many. While I truly wish we could be together in person, TC is the highlight of the year for us at Tableau. I'm so happy to be able to be with you-ish now. If
How many
you've
times
been
are you
to
gonna say
TC
ish, do you
before,
reckon?
You'll recognize
man.
classic TC
It's so bad for
experiences,
SEO as well, man.
reimagined for a virtual world. We've got
Ish.
devs at their desks instead of on stage. We have virtual Tableau doctor appointments with our own Tableau experts and brain dates for you to connect with others in the community. If this is your very first TC, welcome. This community is the warmest, smartest, most generous group of people.
Hey,
I've been privileged
Trailblazer. I
to
missed the
know.
Trailblazer
Don't
reference.
hesitate to
Very
network
good.
and connect.
Yeah,
Good ears,
getting them in
Marv.
there.
There's not a more welcoming group out there.
Get rid of Zen Masters, bring
Getting
on
to
more
connect like
trailblazers.
this, even virtually, with our data fam is so inspiring. And let's be honest, after the year we've had so
Right, how long
far,
till we get the first
all
mention
need
of
some
ubiquity?
connection and some inspiration. It's been a tough year.
Has it?
We're worried about the health of our families, friends, communities, and the world. We're worried about our jobs and the economy. Some of us are desperate for a few moments of quiet in our busy homes.
I think he's reading
Others
from
are
an
managing the
auto cue.
frustration and loneliness of isolation.
Yeah.
We're all dealing
Well, but
with
then,
fear
then
and
I think so.
uncertainty
Again, so
of
did Apple,
what's
right? If you
next.
you see them just,
And what does this mean
I
for
think
all
on a couple of
us,
them you could see the
for
thing on
data
their glasses.
Right, but I
In
think
the past,
his is
I've
slightly
told
off camera.
historical stories about
Yeah.
how using data has
Because
changed
his head
the
is
world.
angled that way. Yeah.
Here we are again.
Kind of
But this
critique a
time,
producer would
we're
do.
living the story. We've
No
never
one
relied
cares.
more on data to help us make sense of a world that feels so out of control. This year, every big story was a data story. Data made the term flatten the curve part of our everyday language. Data is how we understood the spread, the global trends, and the human cost of COVID. Data is how we understood the heart-stopping economic impact of this pandemic. And data shows promise as a powerful tool to aid the fight for racial
Nice.
equality and justice. We've always said that we all are data
It's a great
people.
viz, actually.
This
The
year
exonerations one,
proved
really,
it.
really good looking.
But the role that data played in these crises goes far beyond simply driving understanding. Data drove critical decisions. Data created impact.
Clearly used as
Data
syntax
saved
for the
lives.
Viz public gallery,
Think
right?
back to February of this year.
Yeah, I think so.
Honestly, I know it feels like 100
Well,
years
it's nice.
ago.
It's the same. It's a
We
consistent
all
look and
watched
feel.
COVID's
Right.
path
They
from
had a
Asia
budget.
to Southern
They
Europe
had to stretch it.
before flaring down on our shores in America.
But it's a
Here
crisp
in
green
Seattle,
screen, right?
we felt
I mean,
Yeah, it
the
is.
fear
It
and
is.
bewilderment that came with being the
You'd
first
expect
US
nothing less
hotspot.
from that kind of
But
scale
what we
company. It's
went
probably
through was
Salesforce's,
nothing
not
compared to what
Tableau's,
cities
but
like
yeah.
New York experienced. The whole world watched. in
Well, this is
sympathy
it. It's
and
like,
horror as cases exploded
So I'm
there.
really looking forward to next year, and extra
On
always
March
looking forward to
1st,
this
New
year.
York City confirmed
Just the
its
budget.
first
Right.
case.
Like, imagine a
By
budget.
March
Like
31st,
Yeah.
total cases
Dreamforce
in
had
the city
Obama and
passed
Fleetwood Mac. Like, imagine what we're gonna have next year.
75,000.
Yeah.
1 week
When
later,
did they just say
April 7th,
Dreamforce Tableau?
nearly
One
600 people
conference.
died in a single day.
Financially, when it's
Emergency rooms
financially
and intensive care
viable,
units
not to have to.
overflowed. Doctors and nurses from across the country headed
Absolutely.
to New York to help relieve the
Shouts to
strain.
key workers.
Yeah.
In the face of this
very
exponential
good.
spread, city agencies stepped up with a secret weapon to help in the fight against COVID-19,
Data.
to marshal the right resources, to flatten the curve and save lives. That secret weapon was data.
How did I guess?
To tell
Nailed
us
it.
more about this, we've asked Kelly Jin, the Chief Analytics Officer of New York City, to join us. Kelly was at the eye of the storm, helping to oversee the administration's use of data to respond quickly to the crisis.
Yeah.
Kelly, first of all, thank you for joining me. Wow, I mean, it felt like the entire world's eyes were on New York this spring.
It really did. It really did. And it's a pleasure to be here with you, Adam, and everyone for the conference.
Excellent. Well, it's so exciting to have you here. What did it feel like when you and your teams were in the midst of this crisis?
It really was literally the eye of the storm for us. So we were at the Emergency Operations Center, which is right down the street from me here in Brooklyn, 24/7.
See, the other interesting thing is,
the end of
when you're looking at people's
March,
backgrounds now in their
and
offices,
our
it's
work
like,
was really
is that your actual
assessing
office?
what are all of the different
Or
data
is it a
sets
Zoom
that are
background?
available?
Yeah,
What do
exactly.
we need to integrate? And what
'Cause
are
they're
the
so good.
high-level questions that need to be
I think they've all had the
answered?
same
And for us,
sort of
that meant
stream
turning
consultant
around the clock to
kind
do
of
the
talk to them
analyses and
and
deliver
get everything
the
sort of
insights
sorted.
that
Just good.
executives and
Just setting out a tweet. That's why I'm
policymakers
a
needed
bit
at their
distracted.
fingertips.
That's right.
And I
Valantis just
think for
mentioned
many of
Tableau
you
probably
who
got a
may
huge
be listening
spike
in from
on
different
traffic the first few days.
jurisdictions,
Yeah, absolutely.
that was true across
I think
the
they actually
world,
had to
and I know
upgrade the
response
servers
continues across
because it
many
was a
different
ridiculous spike. So
jurisdictions,
they did
including New York
loads of
City.
back-end development at the start of
Such critical work.
Well,
start of
Can you
COVID.
tell us a little
It's
bit
no
more
surprise
about
that if you
why
invest a
analytics
bit
was so
in sort of
important to the
marketing
city's
and
response?
putting that stuff out there
So
in a
we
good
at the mayor's
place, it
office
works really
of
well.
data
So
analytics, when it's
people love
blue
that.
skies, our work, as I define analytics, is
Tim, do you want
what
to maybe
is
turn us a
happening
little bit
right
down?
now,
I think
why
they
did it
can't hear us when
happen,
we chat, or
and
they can't hear the
what's
presenter
likely
when
going
we
to
chat.
happen in the
But
future, and what are we
I don't
going
think
to
we
do
can
about
balance
it?
that out.
And so for us, we have a long tradition
I'll
of
turn you down.
working within emergencies here
Happily.
in the city within my office. And it was very, very critical that we not only delivered, but that we partnered with many different city agencies, including the fire department, the emergency management department here, as well as Department of Health, but many, many others. And I think one of the most interesting use cases and stories that we saw in the springtime for us here in New York City was around how do we assess the availability of ICU beds. Of course, you can imagine that's a data integration effort across many, many different sources, and then actually use that data to derive where should we be sending ambulances to. And I was very, very thrilled to have Tableau's support and help. I used to work for U.S. Chief Data Scientist at the White House, DJ Patel, and he oftentimes used this term of force accelerators. And I know the Tableau team, you certainly all were force accelerators in springtime. For us, you came in, helped really to build out those data visualizations, whether that's regarding ICU beds or many, many other operational use cases to help us actually make better and faster decisions here in New York City.
It's just amazing, using data to tell ambulances where ICU beds are available. Incredible. So what did you and your teams learn about being ready for future crises?
Well, it's all about understanding what data you have. So for us, during blue skies, and I recommend this for every organization out there, it is critical you understand all of your data assets. First and foremost, I know data cataloging may not be at the top of everyone's minds, but it was critically important to us through the COVID response to know what was out there, what was available, and what could we actually lean on to help make decisions using data.
Fantastic.
And I think the second is I'll say that I really recommend that folks continue to invest in their analytics teams, in their data scientists. We are a small office of 10 here within a very, very large ocean of New York City. And I know for many
That's crazy.
jurisdictions,
10 people.
those that had robust data teams, analytics teams, really were the ones that were able to get their arms around the response. And I think will be that much more understanding around what the current and the future states will be around recovery as well.
You've made it through so much, and now the city is also focused on recovery. What role is data playing in that effort?
Data will still be integral around recovery. And I think for all of us keeping up with the news and current events, that will continue to be true. I think what was really pivotal for us early on, even through response, was understanding how different industries were doing. And so, Adam, you can imagine here in New York City wanting to understand how many restaurants are there in total, how are they all changing their hours, and what is the impact to COVID more broadly. And that extends into the housing and real estate markets and many, many other sectors as well. At the end of July, we were very fortunate. We launched the New York City Recovery Data Partnership, which is an initial cohort of 11 different data partners. Some of the larger ones include Foursquare, LinkedIn, as well as StreetEasy,
I always wonder, like, how
Group's
much
New York
does this
City
change your
brand.
data flow?
And for
Right?
us,
Like,
this is all
it's
about
easy
data
just to say,
sharing.
well,
So
we
what
need to be
data could
prepared
we
when there's
work
blue
with
skies,
private
but
sector companies on so that we're actually receiving
dealing with
more
unknown unknowns,
high-frequency,
that's the trick,
real-time data to inform our policy and
Yeah, it is.
decision
It's a
making.
little
And I'm
tough,
very,
yeah.
very excited to see how this partnership continues to grow in the upcoming months and in the year ahead.
Honestly, what an amazing story. Thank you so much, Kelly. I know that I speak for all of us when I say how much we admire you and your teams for the work you did and what you're continuing to do. And we all look forward to seeing New York come back stronger than ever.
Thanks so much, Adam. It's a pleasure to be here with you and a privilege, and look forward to hearing more about the conference.
Well, be well, and thank you again. The New York City story was obviously dramatic, but the issues they faced were far from unique.
All done in post.
I know from conversations I was having with customers, governments, companies, and people all over the world were struggling to figure out how to respond. They were flying blind, without access to clean, accessible data that they needed to make critical decisions. Tableau, with the help of our amazing data fam, created the COVID-19 Data Hub to answer that need. We worked with partners to find multiple public data sources, combine them, clean them, and make them all available. Yeah. Anyone could now analyze this data and even add in their own critical data.
I think
we also built a global COVID tracker with the latest analysis of COVID cases and hotspots for every country in the world. Our amazing community has created over 30,000 visits on every aspect of this crisis. Our partners created Jumpstart workbooks in critical areas such as human resource analysis. And the hub includes guidance on responsible and ethical use of sensitive data during this crisis.
Yeah.
These resources have been viewed millions of times. And tens of thousands of organizations are relying on the hub. Lockheed Martin relied on Tableau to support operations during the COVID pandemic. A massive West Coast healthcare system was able to redistribute supplies and medical staff to hotspots. Humanitarian organizations like UNICEF, consulting firms like Deloitte, healthcare providers like UNC Health, and researchers like MIT have all relied on the COVID Data Hub to inform the public and to drive many of their most important decisions. It even got Hollywood's attention. Ashton Kutcher tweeted about it.
Hey.
I'm so proud of this community. You've helped so many people when the world has needed you the most. Now, in most years, COVID wouldn't just be a huge story. It would be
the weirdest shout
story.
out you've ever got? Have you ever
but
got
COVID was just the first crisis to dominate the news this year.
No.
As more information about COVID cases in the U.S. came out, it started to foreshadow another major crisis. Visits like this one made it crystal clear that COVID is disproportionately impacting the Black community and other communities of color. But look at criminal justice, healthcare, housing, education, unemployment, name a social issue, and it's likely impacting communities of color disproportionately. More broadly, the systemic inequality and racism that still exist in so many arenas is something we must address. And I firmly believe that this is one area in which Tableau can and should contribute uniquely: data. Data can influence change at every level, from local government to federal agencies, businesses, and community organizations. However, so many people working to drive racial equity are frustrated by the disaggregated, incomplete, inconsistent data that they must wrangle. There simply is no central repository for that data. And that's a significant hurdle. We've heard repeatedly that one of the most powerful ways that Tableau could help in this march for change would be to put our shoulder to the wheel alongside the wonderful organizations already working on this difficult data problem.
Your volume is coming through my headset.
Organizations like PolicyLink, a national research and action institute dedicated to advancing economic and social equity.
It is going through.
I'm so proud that Tableau is working with PolicyLink, the Urban Institute, and other leading organizations and together we formed a racial justice data initiative. Together, we're making grants of software, services, and direct funding to support advocates and community organizations who will drive action at every level, from local to national. We're also standing up a rich data hub to connect people with data and resources that they need to do this work. Tableau is committing $12 million to this effort. To hear more about this partnership to bring data to racial justice, it's my honor to talk with Dr. Michael McAfee, the CEO of PolicyLink.
It's funny because
Michael,
Tim's actually
thank you so much for joining me here today.
Office.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
And I'm really excited for our audience to hear from you directly, so why don't you take it away?
I'm honored to be here today because in some ways, this is a new audience for me, but it's an important audience. Whether you know it or not, you are at the edge of the equity movement. And you're at the edge of the equity movement because your brilliance and your insights and your data tools are doing something that we've long needed in the racial equity, racial justice movement. You're lifting the veil of ignorance. You're lifting the veil of ignorance around structural oppression that has been in place for more than 400 years in this country and how it impacts folks, people of color, white folks who get swept up in it. And you're also helping to bring voice to people who have for many years been saying their communities are not sustainable, their communities are suffering, and no one has listened. And so I'm excited to join you today because I've seen firsthand the power of data, the power of data analysis, and the power of having conscious leaders who know how to put data in context and to lead on that data. So I want to share a couple of observations and an invitation for you to think about. The first observation is this, that in this moment of racial awakening, data is critical to our understanding of how to move forward and how to craft solutions that actually really work. You have the capability right now to help join with the racial justice movement to ensure that that energy from the street gets translated into public policy that designs a world where everyone can participate, prosper, and reach their full potential. Now, that's no easy task. That task only happens if we can use data in a couple of ways. The first is if we can begin to disaggregate it so that we can actually see the humanity of folks in those data sets. So we can see their unique stories, their unique challenges, the unique ways in which they experience structural barriers to opportunity in this nation. Now, we are at the early stages of being able to disaggregate data and have the right data sets that we need. That's why this partnership with you all in Tableau is so important. You're going to be giving us those tools to actually strengthen our data capacity. And so disaggregating data is essential if we're going to have really good equity conversations. But the second is to be able to put that data in context. And I'll give you a really good example.
Right? This is what you talk about a lot, right? Like you can't, if you don't have a benchline.
I've been participating in conversations around COVID data since this pandemic started. And we haven't been able to have good context for that data. In some meetings that I've been in, some of the medical professionals were concerned about even putting disaggregated data out there because they were concerned that it would cause people to not want to invest once they saw that the folks who were being most impacted or disproportionately impacted were poor folks, low-income folks, people of color. And so there've been this host of conversations. Now, while there is no causal data that says that disaggregating the data and putting it out there causes people to not invest, the history of structural racism in this country has people fearful of that reality. And so this is why having good quality data to guide strategy, to guide policy decisions is so important. You've been giving us insights into who's been hurt first and worst by this pandemic. But even more important, what you're about to help us do with this Racial Equity Hub is to take our National Equity Atlas work, which is the preeminent racial and economic scorecard for the nation, take that work to the next level. The work for our generation is to use everything at our disposal, the rigor of the data science, the rigor of data tools, to bring about a just and fair society in which everyone can participate, prosper, and reach their full potential. Some people think that's wishful thinking. Some people think that that's a soft ideal. It is not. If this nation is going to get beyond having 100 million folks in this country, 1 in 3 people who live in this country who are economically insecure, get out of that predicament, it's going to take all that we have.
This is such a it's putting it front and center. I mean, like, this is what Tableau's about. Like,
that allows us to craft solutions
Absolutely,
that allow us to create
this.
an equitable nation, a nation where you have healthy communities of opportunities, a just society, and an equitable economy. Thank you.
Michael, it's an honor to be working together with you and our other partners. Thanks so much for joining us here.
My pleasure.
Boom, indeed.
All right, take care and look forward to talking to you again soon.
All right, bye-bye.
Michael just mentioned the National Equity Atlas. It's such a rich source of data, and I encourage you to check that out. Our Equity Data Hub, launching soon, will have tools and resources to empower you to make changes in your own communities. It will also include opportunities for our Tableau community to learn, create, share, and explore visualizations. To sign up for an alert when the hub goes live, go to tableau.foundation.org. Now, there's another real crisis in 2020 that we haven't talked about yet: the economic impact of COVID-19. Many industries and much of the entire economy froze overnight. Here in the US, 14 million people became unemployed in 3 months between March and May. The World Bank forecasts that the global economy will shrink by more than 5% this year, the deepest recession since the 1930s. We all scrambled to find our footing in this new reality. Thinking back to those early days, the pressure to make the right decisions was immense. Do we stop traveling? Do we keep our offices open? How do we keep employees safe? How do we keep our businesses healthy? I grappled with these same questions. These were massive decisions that would impact not just our thousands of employees, but their families,
it's an unpredictable scenario.
And other local businesses.
Completely, yeah. It's just one of these
data a
things
lot. But like most business leaders, I also rely on my body of experience, my intuition, pattern matching from what I've seen before, whatever you want to call it. Often that's a good thing. But this is
it
my first
YouTube's
pandemic,
caption or Tableau's?
and absolutely none of my experience applied.
That's even worse.
In fact,
Tableau's.
instinct and experience weren't just useless,
surely they've had time to, like,
they were often
anyway.
actively unhelpful. It was not like anything else
It's
I'd
live,
ever
right? It's
experienced.
live.
And when all the
it's like
assumptions
I've
you
just
have
pulled up
about how the world works
the thing
are
on
turned
screen.
upside
You can see
down,
it's Tableau's on
when the
the
laws of
tooltips
physics
there.
no longer seem to apply, your normal ways of thinking can lead you down a very bad road. My instincts told me to remain steady, not to be so reactive. Canceling in-person meetings? That's a bit paranoid, right? Closing our offices? Whoa, you'll cause a panic. And what if you're the only company to do it? When instinct failed me, I turned to my own secret weapon. I had data. And data helped me push back against my own instincts. It helped me understand the reality that we were in. Data helped us run our business in wildly unfamiliar circumstances.
So I hate the term
data
secret
here has
weapon. Like, there was
obviously
an
been
article
disguised,
about
but this is how we
Liverpool's secret
decided
weapon,
to
and
cut
then
all
they just go into it. It's
travel
like, well, it's
and
not
bring
secret then, is it? Like, stop
We were
saying
one of
secret
the
weapon and
first
saying what
companies in our
your
area
secret
to
weapon
close
is.
our
Yeah,
offices.
exactly.
This is how we monitored employee health.
Anyway,
This
was
is
a
how we
secret
adjusted
weapon.
our sales approaches
Yeah,
to make sure we
data.
were relevant and helpful to
it's like
customers.
Pikachu meme face.
This is how we understood the impact to finance and to marketing. In the most volatile business environment I have ever experienced, the one thing I could rely on was data. I wasn't alone. Across the globe, we've talked to organizations who leaned on data to make critical decisions, to stay relevant to customers, and to save jobs while facing challenges that none of us had ever faced before. Like Mod Pizza, they're relying on Tableau for rapid contact tracing to safeguard customer first.
Again, the second thing
Or
I'm really glad about
Sofa,
not being in person
a semiconductor
is everyone
company in
slamming
Singapore.
dashboards that come
When
on.
COVID prevented
Like,
them from traveling
this
to
is real.
factories
This
to
is what
monitor
most
quality
people
in
do.
person,
Like, don't
they
be like,
created
haha, this needs
anomaly
a Make
detection
Monday,
analyses
which
to
I'm sure
identify
no doubt is
issues and
happening
intervene before
over on
faulty
Twitter.
parts were loaded onto container ships.
Literally, if it answers a question,
Without
doesn't
reimagining
matter.
their quality control,
Right, exactly.
how would they even operate?
Ah, it's my
Probably
biggest
made
gripe.
in 10
And
minutes,
Henkel,
which is like,
the
you know,
massive
that's the
European
way it
chemical
does,
and consumer goods company.
But it
And
works.
They're
ultimately,
relying on data
if it's
and
giving
analytics
the
to
people the
ensure
answer
they
they
position
need,
the right
Yeah.
PPE for their
Doesn't
employees
matter.
in each
Hard
location.
truths, mate, hard truths.
Without this, they cannot keep their factories running. Data has asserted its place as a critical enabler during these crises. But it's important to remember that it's not just about crises. Data is only going to become more important in the days and years to come. Just look at what's happened with the pace of digital transformation. A year ago, the world was already on a strong pace, marching relentlessly towards analytics ubiquity.
Yay!
But by March of 2020, it was like we were
Ubiquity.
strapped to a digital rocket ship. McKinsey & Company estimates we experienced 5 years' worth of digital adoption in 8 weeks. And every digital transformation is a data transformation. Everything digital creates data. And we need to use all of that information to adjust to new scenarios, to deliver the best possible customer experiences, to keep businesses going. 2020 has proven everything you'd ever want to know about the role of data. Insight from data is saving jobs. Insight from data is saving lives. The superpower that data enables, the one that's driving these results, is adaptability. The ability to understand true facts, not what you once knew and not what you wish were true.
True
and
facts.
to pivot nimbly in response.
As opposed to
Adaptability has
fake
become
news.
a critical competence. So in order to adapt at the pace you need, what does your relationship with data
Are we about to get some
need to
blueprint
look
level or
like?
not? What do you reckon?
Oh.
First, you need to understand things fast.
Oh, yeah.
When New York City was facing exponential growth in COVID cases, accelerating
pillars. First to
decisions was
speed,
literally a
what's the next?
matter of life and death. Second, you need the full picture so you can identify
You're never
what is
going to guess that
driving
one.
impact.
You're
Michael
not
from
going to guess that one.
PolicyLink already showed us what a
Agility will
barrier
come
it
into
is
this at some
not
point.
having the full picture on racial justice data. Third, you need to empower everyone across the organization to use data to drive better decisions. Pfizer, JP Morgan Chase,
Yeah, I had
Woolworths,
ubiquity,
Honeywell,
Mark. I had
Nissan,
ubiquity.
all have deployed Tableau to tens of
Empowerment.
thousands
God,
of
I should have
employees.
missed that one.
In any industry you can name, our
Empower
customers
your
are building a
individuals for
data culture
analytics.
by empowering everyone from the factory floor to the dealerships, from customer service to the executive team, to drive impact from top to bottom. Since our launch nearly 17 years ago, Tableau has been singularly focused on helping people see and understand data. Over that time, we've been building the broadest and the deepest analytics capabilities in the world. We have the most expansive and enthusiastic customer base, and you are growing data cultures within your organizations.
Here we go.
We've been relentlessly focused on your success. And then a year ago, we joined together with Salesforce. It's proven to be an incredible team up. We share a belief that data is changing the world. We share a commitment to making data the heart of digital transformation.
Are we going to get Benny off or not?
Joe Atkinson,
no?
the Chief Products and Technology Officer of
Nah.
PwC, Global Services Company,
Nah.
has firsthand experience with
It's not
leveraging
the
the power
keynotes
of
at
our
the time.
combined
If it was
data
it was a
analytics
real one,
capabilities
yes, but not
to serve
this.
clients, enable
See, I
employees,
disagree. If it
and
was a real one, I
deliver
don't think he would
results.
just to show like
We asked Joe to
Tableau
join
is
us
its own
today
thing,
to
like
share
trying
his
to show.
experience and how
Right.
data is shaping their digital transformation and the way that his team works with Salesforce and Tableau on a daily basis. Joe, it's so great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me, Adam. Excited to be here.
I was delighted you're able to join us because PwC has had so much success with integrating
Yeah,
analytics
like I said,
and
I
data
think
into
he
daily
wouldn't have had
processes using both
Benny
Salesforce
off
and
there
Tableau.
if it was live.
How have you made
Just
data
because
analytics a part of your
I think they
people's
really do want
day-to-day?
to say it's still its own
You know,
company
we were
for now.
fortunate enough a few years ago
Yeah.
to see the writing on
At
the
least
wall.
again,
if
I
you
think
will.
it's
We
been
knew
5
we needed
years
to make
before
bigger
they start
investments
being
in our
rolled in.
people's
But
skills and the
Fully,
tools that
fully,
were
yes.
it's a
available
few
to
ways
them,
out.
particularly with
I think
respect
it's
to
a few ways
data.
out.
So we made a massive investment for our firm, $3 billion over the course of the last few years to help skill them and provide them the tools that were going to help them serve our clients and our communities and, frankly, each other better as colleagues and employees. And that's been huge because we looked at everybody. We didn't take it
So,
by
okay,
role or
here's the
title or
question.
tenure.
You spend
Yep.
We
$3
wanted
billion
everybody to have an
on
opportunity to have these
upskilling your
tools that
entire
are
global
available to them,
organization.
and
Like
at the
$3
same
billion.
time, bring those tools to our clients who are
How
demanding
much of
more
a success
value
rate
and
do you need to
better
say that was a
insights and,
success?
where we could, lower cost.
Right? Like
Right.
So Joe,
If you've
how
got,
are you and your teams looking to use
let's say,
data
10,000
analytics
people,
to adapt
how
to
many
a
of those
rapidly
people have to
changing
be
environment like the one we're all in
then
today?
suddenly using data day to day?
You know, Adam, I say often that
yeah.
I don't think any of us could have predicted
In order
or
for you to
would
be
have
like, this
dared
was
to
a
predict the
successful
kind of
investment.
challenges we're all facing today.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
And in today's environment, you've got volatility, you've got uncertainty, you've got commitments we're all making
Fine.
to our
Spent
clients
it,
and our
therefore it
employees about
was.
how we're going to navigate through all this. That requires a lot of good
course.
insight to
McKinsey
be
would say,
at the
right?
ready, and it needs to be
So I'm going to say that's a
speed
consultant's
and
answer.
quality, and all of the attributes we look for need to be there.
If it
So
did
when
spend
you
it, it
have
can't be
that, to
measured.
have the kind of technology tools available to us, really critical. But if you have those technology tools without people that know how to use them and put them to work, then it's not going to get you very far. And so our ability to take advantage of the investments that we've made in upskilling and training our people and giving them those data skills and then bringing the technology to bear with them, that's been
PwC
critical
is
to
an
us
interesting
navigating through this really challenging
This is it,
period.
right? It's
So here's a what if for you.
multifaceted.
If you hadn't gone all in on data culture several years back, how different would your situation be today
love to know how much
after
that
the
3
series of
billion
challenges that you faced
was
this year?
spent by PwC.
Yeah, there's no question in my mind, Adam,
PwC
we'd be
itself
behind. And in fact, we may be way
on
behind.
itself. Does that make
And in
sense?
fact,
There's
when
a
we
lot of
talk to
So
clients
internal
that are
spend
on the
versus
market,
external.
there's
Yeah,
clients that are
exactly.
coming to the
Yeah, how much
realization
did you
now,
spend
unfortunately,
doing
that they
client
need to
work
start making
versus
these investments, and they're really playing catch
reinvesting
up
in
to try to
itself,
get
yeah.
the skills to the
Yeah,
level that
Anya has
they
a good
need to
question. Like, how do you
navigate
measure
in the
the success?
environment.
And
But
this
it's
is it,
not
right?
even
Like,
just the current environment. It's
you
the
measure
way
it,
business operates today
reducing
and the
time to
velocity
insight,
that
return on
moves at.
investment.
If we
There's a few
hadn't
ways,
made
but
the
you have to
investments in
define
our
that really
people, if we
early.
hadn't made the
Otherwise,
investments
it's
in our
just
tech, I have no
3
doubt
million
we'd be
into the
behind.
fan.
On the
And then
flip
you just
side,
let
I
it
couldn't
go.
be
Measuring
happier that we made
measuring
them. It
exercise
helped us make the
itself is
pivot in the
like
pandemic.
the
It helped us
percentage of that
create
initial
value
spend,
during very challenging
right?
times, and our
Like, if
clients
you
have
spend 3
noticed, which
billion,
has been great.
We're
probably
getting
need to
McKinsey in.
yeah,
Well,
exactly. Like,
PwC gives out a lot
5
of
or
advice.
10% of that
You've
3
given
billion
us
is
a lot
spent
of great
measuring
advice over the
success
years.
or
For companies
measuring it
looking
in
to
the
invest in their
future.
own digital transformations with data at the core, what would your advice to them be?
You know, Adam, a lot of
Shouts to
companies
Anna
are under a
Casey
lot
from
of
Tableau,
strain.
who's
I
just joined the
recognize
stream.
everybody doesn't have the same investment capacity that they
nice.
may have had
We're
previously.
slowly
But having
ticking up.
said
We've
that,
had 200
it could not
playbacks,
be more
about
important to
20,
keep
30
investing
people
in digital
concurrent.
skills and technology
I blame it on my
today
audio
than it's
mixing.
ever
It's
been.
not as good
And I
as it
think
could be.
understanding that
People
these
probably
investments are critical today,
getting off
not
to the main
again,
three
just
for that.
not for navigating through the pandemic, but where this all takes us and what business looks like. I think that's the first critical piece.
OBS
Don't
needs
let up on the
much easier
accelerator
audio
if you
mixing
have the
tools.
ability to do that. The second piece I would say is
Yeah.
if you think about jobs, I often say there's a whole conversation we used to have as leaders and employers of tech jobs and non-tech jobs. The reality is there are just jobs, and they all are going to require technology skills. People will have to be comfortable with applying the kind of tools and technologies that bring insight, that bring that rapid understanding of what's happening in the environment. So bringing that together is really important. And last but not least, there's a really important role for the right technology and tools in a tech transformation, as you know. But there's also a huge important element, which is getting the talent where you need the talent to go. And that's, I think, an obligation many of us share as employers. Obviously, the employees have an obligation in this transaction, if you will, in this handshake. But I think as employers, we've got to help equip our people with the skills that not only make them more relevant in our employ today, but wherever their careers take them. We've got to build them up and help them get where they need to go. If we can do that the right way, everybody wins.
Right, that's a good way of thinking about it, right? It's like, we don't care if you leave. Like, we just want to skill you anyway because it's helpful for the world.
Tools to give us better
But then,
results.
I guess PwC are one of the few companies that
thanks,
have the
Joe. I mean,
luxury of
what a
saying that, given that they
fascinating
just have a
look at the
churn
role
of
of data
incomings from
culture
the
at
graduate
a
They have
schemes.
a high churn,
thought
like,
leader
10,
and
20%.
innovative
So,
company like
yeah,
PwC.
quite
We
high.
really appreciate the partnership between our companies, and I really enjoyed having you here and chatting with you today.
Adam, it was great
I'll
to
turn
be
my
with you.
volume
We
up,
enjoy the partnership. It's really important
try and
to us.
balance off my
Thank you
levels.
for the time, and I hope you all have a great conference.
Thanks again. Be well. Talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Talking to customers like PwC is a great reinforcement of why we're so excited to be part of Salesforce.
Right, so we've got 10 more
We
minutes
can
of
innovate
Adam
faster
before
than we
it's
could alone. We can tap
roadmap
into the
time.
sophisticated AI and
this
machine
is what
learning
we're really here
capabilities
for,
that
right?
Salesforce has built. More coming on that in a few minutes today. We can further embed analytics right into the flow of applications that people are using today. We can create a better platform and a better experiences for you. I was optimistic a year ago, and everything I've seen since makes me absolutely sure that this was the right choice for us, and more importantly, for you. Earlier this year, we brought together the
Hannah.
Tableau
That's
and
the next
Einstein
Hey,
Analytics
Einstein.
teams under one
Hannah's
roof.
the next one.
Two unbelievably
if you can
talented
put
teams
that in.
now working
data
together
family, the
to
Ohana.
make analytics even more powerful and delightful. We're also bringing together the best Tableau capabilities and the best of Einstein Analytics. Over time, these capabilities will work more and more seamlessly together to unlock amazing new experiences. We're going to show you more about that today. Add in the power of the rest of the Salesforce portfolio, and you have the world's leading analytics platform made broader and deeper than ever before. We're going to take a short break now, but don't go too far. When we come back, our Chief Products Officer, Francois Agenstadt, is going to take you through our latest platform innovations and talk about how we are bringing this incredible vision together. We'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Adverts now?
What makes Snowflake unique? In one word,
yeah,
architecture.
Built so part one done.
For the
part
cloud,
one done.
Snowflake's architecture is
How do you feel?
comprised of centralized storage for virtually unlimited
I hate to be honest, but this early bit is always a bit.
Hate to be honest.
Running multiple workloads without resource contention. Cloud services
They have to get this
to automate common administration, security, and database tasks, and a cloud-agnostic layer to deliver a consistent experience across cloud regions and providers.
Which he did, I think was great. I think that part was good.
Welcome back to the stage.
And I think it was
Glover.
It's mainly just like I said. We've tried to keep the volume up and our volume down, and I think the subtitles would help. But give us feedback. We're doing this tomorrow again for Devs at Desk.
For those of you who missed the pre-show,
we'll be back
I'm
at
Pat
it.
Hazel, your
So
host
do join us
for
again.
all the amazing content that you will have over the next 3 days.
I'll probably do some post-keynote chat to get some feedback on the roadmap.
Traitor.
It's Bits and Bytes time. There is so much exciting content coming up. Here to share with us what we can expect on day 2 is one of our fabulous field reporters.
Data fan, welcome to Tableau Conference-ish. My name is Sia from Mannheim, Germany, and I live on a chess field. For me, personally, having data champions are a great way to accelerate the transformation of organizations to become data-driven and helping with establishing a data culture. And if you want to know more about data champions and data culture, make sure to tune into the Building a Data Culture channel.
It's like the Carlton dance from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Stephanie Richardson talk about why we need more data leaders and how to become one.
You nearly could. Just need a jumper and be done.
Brought these analysts back from their breaking point and turned them into data believers on the Analytics for Everyone channel. Find more information about these sessions on the What to Watch page of the TC20ish event website. And that is the update from Mannheim's chess field. I'm Sia. Enjoy the rest of this event.
Now, here to share a forecast of our day 3 activities, please welcome my field reporter.
Right, I think this is me. This is me. It's probably my fault. Hold on.
I'm Raheem, and thank you for joining us at Tableau Conference-ish. Community-led sessions are the heart of our conference. That is where you get to hear the amazing stories and how data is being utilized in every aspect of our day-to-day lives. Host of Data Diaries, 5-time Zen Master, Anya Ahern will lead our public sector experts in a discussion of how government agencies have had to accelerate their data strategies in light of the challenges to increase operational speed and efficiency at scale, and champion their digital transformation journey.
Someone type
Find more information about these sessions
if you can hear me
on the What to Watch page of the TC20 event website.
I really hope you just get a cascaded banana hammock.
It was great talking to all of you data people. Enjoy the Tableau Conference 2020.
Traditionally, we would all be gathered in Las Vegas.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's going to happen.
Different plans.
There's a lag.
So we were forced to find a new hotel and venue partner for the Tableau Conference.
No, nothing.
That's when we stumbled across the perfect location partner. Shelter in Staycation Resorts. Enjoy their destination reel.
Didn't work.
Shelter in Staycation Resorts takes
Oh, did it?
no place like
Hey!
home to the next
Cool.
level.
Maybe just
From
really good
North
lip
Edge
reading.
to your curb edge, it's
Okay,
the
I'm back.
#1 choice for hotel guests
Cool.
everywhere. Each property comes
What was I
equipped
saying?
with family-style meals.
Alexander, to answer your
Homeschool
question,
facilities.
we don't anymore. We
A
work.
24-hour
Tim works in the
laundry
information lab.
room
I work for the
and a
City Football Group.
self-service hair salon.
This is like the
Escape
shortened
with a
down
deep
version
dive
of
into
what I
our
went
data
through
pool.
earlier.
Consider our staff
TLDR,
your family.
and I basically
Whether
said
you're
Rab should do
company
the Carlton dance.
quarantining or isolation
I
vacation,
think what happened is
please
when I changed
consider
my
the
headset,
Shelter
Zoom
Inn
hijacked the
Staycation
audio
Resorts.
channel and
It's
stole
not
it
just
from
any
ABS,
resort,
so I had
it's
to
the last resort.
lesson learned. Check your audio before the stream.
Our field reporters
But
are
you clearly
always on
see I'm
hand
learning
to
as
give
we
us
go.
a closer
Oh,
look.
Hannah Hammock.
Watch this.
Amazing.
And thank you for taking the time out of your day to join us
10
at
out of 10.
Tableau Conference.
Very good, Mark. Very
Looking
good.
to unleash
Nice
the
flex
full
there,
power
Rob.
of
Nice
Tableau,
flex of this
we invite
thing.
you to connect
Just
with
like,
our partners
yeah!
and partner solutions pages.
Just in case.
Meet the experts, engage live, and ask questions.
What was I going to say? Apparently
the
the Tableau stream might be down, but I think we'll swap that around when Francois comes on stage.
Tableau's biz
Tableau stream is down.
As in they can't hear. I don't know. Give us some audio level feedback.
It's fixed. You guys,
Now, as you all know, Tableau is always innovating and creating.
What was I going to say? So, what do we do now? So, Tim still works at the Information Lab. He's a consultant there, consultant trainer, based. We both live in Essex, which is in England. But Tim's based in London. I will be based in Manchester. I work for City Football Group, who own 10 football clubs around the world, including Manchester City. In football intelligence, so working with data to impact on-field performance. We are the long-term thinkers in a short-term world. That's my new catchphrase for what we do. But yeah.
Cool.
I think I heard data.
Yeah.
No.
Excellent.
That was data.
This reminds me of what I might be going through in a couple of weeks.
From good relationships,
yeah, so Tim's expecting. When is the actual due
I'm
date?
not expecting.
And bring new things to
due
life.
to be a father. My fiance is expecting. Due date
Now
is
let's
early
take
November.
a moment to acknowledge one of our fabulous sponsors
Exciting.
that make this broadcast
So just
possible.
waiting. Any moment now.
Thousands of companies, including McKesson,
Definitely not any moment
Instacart,
now.
Square,
Not right now.
Caterpillar,
Right, guys, we're going to
and
close
more
the stream.
have seen
Tim is
performance,
off.
Scale and productivity gains utilizing the
gosh.
Snowflake Cloud
Yeah.
Data Platform. Snowflake has over 1 exabyte of data under management, and hundreds of thousands of
Excellent.
users
Wow.
execute
It's an
hundreds of
exabyte.
millions of workloads every day.
Does anyone? Again, is Snowflake's one of these things? I get it. It's sort of. Oh, here we go. Who cares? Let's go. Keynote
Right.
time.
We need music.
Hi, everyone. I'm
too.
delighted to be here with you in this incredible community. In a year unlike any other, one thing
Nitty.
hasn't changed. We still wake up each and every day
Domo will
thinking
come back
about
to that
how
question
we can help
after the
people
session.
see and understand data. This
The-
is
the
what
short
drives
answer
our
is I
innovation.
applied.
Stories like those
You
we've
applied.
just heard today. Stories from all of you.
We'll come back to that.
Because data improves organizations, our communities, and our lives. And this past year, we've accelerated our pace of innovation. We've delivered a lot of new features in Tableau. New features like our new data modeling capabilities that make analyzing complex
Data model,
data
the thing that everyone
easier.
thinks they understand.
Metrics
Ish.
that help you
Me.
keep
I
track
think I
of the
understand it,
key
and then I do
numbers
something
Confuse
like
the
in
hell
your
out of
data.
everyone. Yeah.
And we've expanded Tableau Prep to enable you to write to any database.
That's
so you
key.
can use our data prep capabilities for any use case. Plus, we delivered
Total
animations
analytics
and buffer
ubiquity.
calculations.
Yeah, not
and
Postgres
yes,
12 though. It's
even
not,
dynamic
compatible
parameters.
with Postgres 12. As I
With
found
more
out.
than 200 features delivered
bug.
in the last 12 months, Tableau remains the broadest and the deepest analytics platform on the market. A platform
Interesting way
that
of
people
defining it.
love to use,
Broadest
that
and
combines visual
that?
analytics,
It's a platform.
data prep,
We talked about this like 2
storytelling,
years ago.
and collaboration.
Everyone's a
Broad and
platform.
deep
Platform
mean?
that's easy to get started and scale, no matter where your data is stored or where you want to deploy
Can't
it,
compute.
on premises or in the
Depth
cloud.
of product in each
And it's
section.
supported by all of you,
What was broad
the
mean?
broadest, most passionate
Multimedia?
community on the planet.
Yeah.
Today, I'm going to share with you
Multi-platform,
how
maybe.
we're extending our platform forward in new and exciting ways. As Adam mentioned earlier, in these unique times, adaptability is a critical competence.
So close. Agility was my buzzword. Oh, the stream's paused.
Oh, yeah, I've got a freeze. I've got a freeze. No!
Analytics platform that empowers everyone.
The stream pauses every so often.
Provides you with a complete picture, and it gives you speed and agility.
Yeah.
Because after all, data is a team sport. And data
there you
is
got some
at its
agility.
most powerful when it's in the hands of everyone. So you can use data to make better decisions faster, easily share organization-wide. We're working to make Tableau even more personal, more relevant, and more engaging.
It is skipping a bit, yeah.
Ready wherever
I've seen
and whenever people need insights. Now fasten your seatbelts. Our senior vice
I think this is
president
because everyone's just tuned in for this bit.
and self-confessed data geek, Ellie Fields,
YouTube
will show you what's coming next to empower everyone with data.
YouTube channel.
Ellie, since we can't do fist bumps this year, I'll throw the ball over to you.
Ellie Fields.
I'm going to throw the pineapple over to you to kick off the demo. You ready?
Thank you, Francois.
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice.
We all know how important it is to build a data culture.
Yeah.
In a strong data culture, data becomes part of the business flow. People are able to find insights and data and regularly share them with one another. We're pleased to announce new capabilities to help you build a data culture. First, how you can stay on top of your data. Tableau is already the home of all kinds of business insight.
Tableau is
How do you
already
stay
the
up to
home of
date?
all kinds of business insight.
Of course, Tableau can send you email, and that kind of works. But like many of you, I'm often out and about. I'm not always checking Tableau or checking email.
These subtitles are bad.
But I am on my phone, and I'm always on Slack. I'm happy to announce that we're bringing Tableau to Slack.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Now you can put your data front and center, right with your most important conversations.
It's still Andre's app.
Yes.
And you'll get notifications about your data just like any Slack
What about the other
application.
platforms? What about Teams?
It looks like I just got an alert
I care
the
about
error
Teams.
rate in our service. Right here in Slack, I can click into the notification and see the image of the alert so I can see why it fired.
Andre's little,
or I can click to go to the live dashboard in Tableau Mobile. What better way to build a data culture than to get data right into the flow of everyday work? Now, let me move over to my laptop. When I'm in Tableau in the
Everyone
browser,
comment your
I see
favorite
this
features
bell
and
at the top
thoughts
of my
into the
screen.
chat.
And when I click it, I see a completely revamped notification center.
I see a
Not
new
only
button.
is it information rich, but it's got all my important changes, including the alert that just fired and a view a colleague shared.
Notification center.
For some, I can take
That's
action
gonna
right in the
drive me
pane, like to
crazy. I hate
refresh
them.
and extract.
But if they're actually
Or
useful,
I can
then
go into the
I'll make use
dashboard
of them, but,
to learn more. These notifications help me stay on top of everything in my data
The thing
world.
is, I quite like it.
Subscriptions, alerts, shares, comments.
Yeah, because
right
I
here in
think
one place. They'll be in your favorite channel, whether
if
that's
you want
Slack,
people to start
email,
using
another
Tableau as a
business system, or
platform
right in
to
Tableau.
engage,
yeah,
you need
Now,
to
I've
have
also
a bit
been
of
working on a
familiarity
new
in there.
analysis,
Notifications
and I want to
does
finish
tick
it.
that box.
But I don't have Tableau
For
desktop on this
Till,
machine.
the Till server, terrible.
What's a
for the
modern
information
analyst
server.
to do?
For us, maybe a little bit better.
Well, we want to give you the best of Tableau, completely in the browser, no desktop required.
Here you go.
Next year, you'll have an end-to-end browser experience, so your users can analyze data anywhere.
Browser.
I've just built a new dashboard right in the browser. And it's got all kinds of powerful analytical
Here we go.
features.
What I couldn't do in
Sets,
browser
actions,
already.
formatting, and
OneNote.
more.
It's going to be OneNote.
And look at those sweet animations.
It's probably
The
using
problem
React.
is, I'm still not quite done. How do
If there's
I
a
keep
dev
this
in the
private
chat, please
until it's ready to share?
confirm or
Well,
deny.
we're adding personal spaces to Tableau.
Yeah.
Permissioning for notifications, yeah. Personal
This is a
spaces,
place
yes.
to save things until I'm ready to share them.
Wait.
For users that don't have desktop or
500
just want to be able
meg,
to access their work
stomping ground for
anywhere,
stuff that I don't
this
want
gives you
to
all
people
your
to
work
see. This is
right
good,
inside
yeah.
Tableau Server or Tableau
I'm
Online.
gonna kill the subtitles.
It's a safe place where you can explore, create, and share.
I think
when you're ready.
leave them just because if we talk and then you
And for
get the gist
admins,
at
keeping
least.
unfinished work out of projects and searches means less clutter on your server. Keeping things private until they're ready to share.
Imagine
This
like
kind of
300
governance is
creators
critical to support
in the
a data
personal
culture.
spaces, just dumping stuff.
Now, I also need to make a few quick changes to this
Get
very
messy.
popular, already
Yeah, this is how do you
published
curate
dashboard.
it?
Yeah, 'cause
One
it's
last
personal
change,
space.
I'm
You
going to
can't go in there
add
and go,
marks to
look at
labels,
your
one of
personal
the
space. You
great new
notice you
analytical
had,
features we added last
400
year,
meg of
and it
stuff
looks
you're not
great.
using.
It looks perfect. It's
But yeah,
exactly the
that's
way I
what I do
want.
on my laptop. Yeah.
Oh,
Or at least
sorry,
allow
I
like
accidentally closed
what's
the
the word?
tab, and I've lost all my
Automated
work.
rinsing.
Cleanup.
That's
Yeah.
the worst. But if this happens to you, never fear. We've got you.
Or safe.
We're adding autosave to Tableau.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
sandboxing
I
was
refresh the
labs.
page,
This
I'll
is
now
like
see
teaming up to be the
draft.
Google Docs release of Tableau.
I can go back
Yeah.
to where I was or discard the changes.
Ooh,
Autosave in
draft.
Tableau, because we all deserve a second
You
chance.
and I remember a certain call about this.
A complete end-to-end browser experience requires advanced analytical features like
Interesting.
actions and sets. But
What I
it
wanna see
also
is
means users
collaborative
need a
building.
great experience.
But
A
if you
safe
show
place
me
to save work
two
and
people in the same
autosave
workbook
for
in the
when those
browser,
mistakes happen.
I will stand up.
Tableau is providing market-leading
Standing
flexibility
ovation.
Stand up
across
and clap.
desktop and the web. Now, it's great that we have these new insights,
Right.
but if I never share them, do they really exist?
No.
If a dashboard falls in the woods and it doesn't share an insight,
If
does
a
it make
tree falls in
sound?
the forest.
In a thriving data culture, your Tableau
that. I
environment
like
is
that. It's
flooded
pretty
with
good.
content. You can try to organize it by project, but it's hard for people to find things. So they build wikis or
Oh,
email
this is
links around.
it.
What if I had a place I could put all of them? Today, we're introducing a better way for everyone in the data culture to curate and share their knowledge. We call it collections.
Hey,
Collections
heard
are
that
new
from
places where you
somewhere.
can group related content together from anywhere on your
Yes.
server. If
Amazing.
projects are like
Finally.
albums, then collections are like a playlist.
Love it.
You can remix your data however you want, just like you create a running playlist. This is a collection about a cross-team project addressing a surge in demand. I've added some dashboards
has
and some metrics showing KPIs.
yes.
By the
So
way,
this
those
is going to be
metrics look
super
pretty
useful
sweet,
for
don't
like, instead of creating
And to
like a
add more,
dashboard that allows you to link
I can
to key
simply
dashboard,
find what I
like
wanna
key
add.
things.
Just write this up. Yeah.
they? And put it in the collection.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be amazing.
You can build a collection
Mark's going
for
to get into
anything.
Mark's going to get in the
For
comments
weekly
about
reports,
permissioning
cross-team
again.
initiatives, for onboarding, so your new team members have a great starting point.
Gosh,
In the
permission
future,
level for this stuff will be
We'll make
genuinely
collections more
crazy.
visual and let you embed
Oh,
visualizations and ask
oh,
data
this I
right in the
like.
pane so people can ask a
Weekly
new
sales
question.
report. Oh, this is that.
Now, this is what a data culture should look like. You and your team, always up to date. Data and analytics, wherever
Thankfully,
you
the
need
stream
them.
recorded so we can
And experiences for people at all skill levels
interrogate
to use
this.
data right in their workflow.
Yeah, there's stuff you want to pause in. Like it's
Thank
always the
you,
stuff they're not talking about. You
Francois.
like,
Yeah. At conference,
That was
you
fantastic,
could
Ellie.
Take a picture
Great
and
job.
look.
here's
Yeah,
like
you can
rewind the
actually-
stream.
we can actually
Browser-based
pause. We can't
analytics,
pause, but
a
everyone else can
personal
pause,
space
'cause
that
we're
houses
watching
all
live,
of your
so, yeah.
analysis, collections to easily
Caption
curate
said a better
and
way of
organize
people to
content,
carry and shit
and
their knowledge.
analytics that automatically reach people wherever they are.
That was a great.
That's the power and
was a great
flexibility to
caption.
deliver self-service analytics at scale. But we must balance self-service with governance. This means empowering people while maintaining the right control
Mark actually did
and
take
security.
a screenshot of it. Fantastic.
After
Very
all,
Oh,
the
good.
insights we gain from data are only as trustworthy
last stream.
as the data itself. And that's why trust is at the core of the Tableau platform, enabling you to meet your governance, security,
Yeah,
and
permissions on
compliance
collections. I
needs
think it would just work
while
the same, I
delivering
guess.
Self-service
The
analytics.
thing is,
Oh,
though,
It's,
We've
it's
been
where row
adding
level security is going to be.
powerful
Yeah, it's going to be a
data
bit of
management
a.
directly
it,
into the
'cause
Tableau
I'm-
platform
yeah.
to help you trust
I'm
your
working
data.
for a large
From
consumer
data
goods
prep
company,
to data
and,
catalog, data
they have
certification
different teams
to
can see
query
different levels of
federation.
detail and
The Tableau data
application
management
in one
capabilities
team.
help you discover
And
all
Excel
of your
lets
data.
them do that, of course. They
See
will just
how
build
it's
their own
being
Excel thing.
used,
How
view
do you
its
solve that?
lineage and
it's
impact
one data
analysis.
source
And
being accessed by
because
different
it's
people.
integrated into the
always
analytics
felt like
platform,
row-level
you're
security's
able to
been
bring
sort of
value
just needs
to
some love.
all of your
Just
users.
need some love.
Yeah.
IT
Hey, maybe
gets the
data management
visibility
solves that. Here's your
into
segue.
How all of the data is being
dear.
used,
Another
how it's
skew.
being
Here we go.
transformed. They can curate and add definitions to the data. And end users have the confidence that they're using the right data for their analysis so they can trust their decisions.
Right.
Everyone benefits from data management. To show you what's next in data management, please welcome one of our star innovators, Marky Katama. Marky,
boom.
The pineapple is all yours.
I've actually got a chat with her next week.
Thanks, Francois.
Name drop.
As Adam mentioned earlier today, data is more important than ever before. And as a Black woman, I'm proud of the steps that we're taking in partnership with all of you to fight racial inequity with data. No matter what kind of data you're working with, it's gotta be clean. We wanna give you the flexibility to prepare your data from anywhere, whether it's on the desktop or on the web. I'm so excited to introduce Tableau Prep for the browser. Here's a flow that cleans sales data. All the data connectivity options, everything you know and love, 100% of the features are all available right here. Now this flow currently has two outputs. The first is a published data source, so users authoring visits can be successful. The second one outputs to a database, one of our most requested and newest features.
How big is your big data?
It's currently writing out to a SQL Server table. This gives people the flexibility to use this clean data inside and outside the Tableau platform.
You know what you could do with this, right? Like
Tableau Prep in the browser brings the full power of self-service data preparation to everyone, enabling you to prepare data anywhere for any use
Prep
case.
ubiquity.
Now this flow has been operationalized using Prep Conductor. And right now, it's refreshing once a day. Everything in this flow automatically shows up in the Tableau catalog. From here, you can see the SQL Server table that we were outputting from our flow. You can also see that there are 93 workbooks that depend on this flow. We're working on making things even more automatic. Keeping data like this fresh is
I reckon
business
so, Anna.
critical,
I reckon it's going to be similar to Web Edit.
Run into problems.
It's the same
and today,
principle.
Admins and data stewards are
I think this is going to be smoother because of the engine it's built on.
This was built from the ground up to
people building visits or viewing dashboards use this data and need this information as well, so they can trust the data.
Whereas desktop is
well, today, I'm happy to tell you that we're introducing automated data quality warnings. Let me show you. At the top of the Tableau catalog, I can go ahead and add a refresh monitor. We'll select Prep Flow Monitoring, select the type of data quality warning, and paste in the message I'd like my users to see. And now when this flow fails, a data quality warning will be generated automatically.
That makes me
Just like everything else in the catalog, these automatically generated data quality warnings flow all the way to visits and dashboards, so all users can see them.
If I enable that today,
for example, take a look at this dashboard. Here is the data quality warning that tells me there's a problem I need to pay attention to.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
And from data details, we can see the warning.
20% of the data sources.
It's an extract refresh warning.
An error.
With features like automated data quality warnings, Tableau Catalog embeds trust and visibility into
Anna, I reckon this is also part of the data management add-on. I think this all is, apart from Prep in browser.
But there's another element to trust.
No. Imagine Prep in browser, surely it can't be.
Everywhere.
No.
And you want to trust your users with the right data.
Prep in browser, full stop.
What you want is a central location to define, debug, and manage data access.
How else do you run the Prep
And I'm happy to announce that our next big leap innovation in the data management space is centralized row-level security.
There you go.
Here we are back in Tableau Server. We're introducing a new concept to manage data access and security policies. Here are the tables that make up a sales data model. Right now, it contains info about sales transactions, sales agents, and the accounts they're responsible for.
Security
now I want to protect this sensitive data and make sure people only see data about their accounts. And we can do that using security policies. At the moment, there are 2 security policies. We'll delve a little deeper into this one.
Then you show me the calculation.
Defining and debugging your security policies is easy. On the right, I can see the security policy expressed as a calculation, and it's evaluated for every row. Now, as it's currently defined, executives will be able to see all the data. Sales agents will only be able to see the rows.
It's quite funny. I was speaking to a dev last month. I was like ranting about how there should be just a brand new interface for managing data.
Simple.
Yeah.
Let's define the access for managers.
There you go. Do you know why?
And we just said about row level security having some love.
Right.
So.
But
and now
I don't
a
like
manager
the
can
use
see
of,
the rows where their name appears
yeah,
in the manager's column, which allows them to see data about their entire team.
Is member of.
With centralized row-level security, checking your work is visual and direct.
Unit of 50 people,
you can verify exactly who's going to see what data. For example,
marketing people,
a sales agent like Alexis can only see 3 rows because that's the data associated with her accounts.
In that particular
Whereas a manager like
Darnell
can see over 1,000 rows because those are the rows associated with his team. We know that visibility is important to you. People in your organization should be able to easily see which datasets have security policies applied to them.
Why in prep?
And we bring that information right to you. Here's the lineage information for this data
management.
And from here, I can see that a security policy exists for 2 tables. Here they are.
That was in prep.
Powerful.
No.
With Tableau data management, you get a complete picture of all your data. Now, today was just a sneak peek. There's much more to come.
Yeah, Mark, I reckon they'll let you do hard-coded data management by group. Because most people, everyone in this chat, please use groups, don't use people.
Awesome. That was really great.
Yes. Yeah.
I love Prep Builder in the browser. The Tableau catalog, it just keeps getting more and more powerful. And centralized row-level security, a feature that many of you have asked for, will make securing data easier and more flexible than ever.
People have asked for all the time. And
to be adaptable, you also need speed and agility. And this has been the hallmark of Tableau, helping people get insights more quickly, staying in the flow of analysis, and making it easy for anyone to ask questions of their data. It's more than just visualizations. It's about enabling deeper thinking, giving people the freedom to explore data without limits. That's why people love using Tableau. And we're always looking to make the complex simple, providing powerful capabilities while making it easily accessible to more people. Well, we're about to make a giant leap forward by bringing Einstein Discovery to Tableau. Einstein Discovery is a core AI technology within Salesforce that helps you find statistical patterns in your data that can reveal key insights automatically. It helps with predictions such as likelihood to buy.
It's like an obligatory Salesforce feature. I don't know. I'm not sold on Einstein, but I'm guessing it helps people who use Salesforce
at all times.
I think the amount of effort is putting into explaining what it is
will be integrated across the Tableau products. In dashboards and calculations.
It took me a while to understand what Einstein is.
To show you these new capabilities in action, please welcome one of our newest members of our data family, Bobby Bill.
Don't make me explain it.
Bobby?
Because I probably can't, but I think I know what it
is coming your way.
Thank you, Francois. Hello, Tableau community. I'm Bobby with the Einstein Discovery team. Focused on AI-powered data discovery and predictions.
You sure?
This is my very first Tableau conference. And I'm
everyone in the comments, green screen or not a green screen, comment, go.
The power of Einstein Discovery to all of Tableau.
Give it like a...
As a product manager, I love analyzing data, especially customer adoption data, because that tells me whether or not I'm building useful products that are solving customer problems. In this example, customer adoption dashboard, which is similar to one that I look at on a frequent basis, I can see the count of new users this month, along with a breakdown of views by various product areas. I'm interested in learning what's driving users to come back on a more frequent basis so that I can make data-driven decisions on adoption.
Team green screen.
Let's see what Einstein has to tell me about the likelihood of users staying engaged.
Totally agree.
Introducing the Einstein Discovery extension.
Oh, no.
I can see the average predicted engagement rate in real time.
I mean, it's extension. It means you don't have to have it if you don't want it. It's not in your face.
Can I get an average prediction across my records, which Einstein is telling me is only 39%.
It's a black box.
I can see what's driving that prediction. And it's all based on my historical data. I can see that users
but this is it, right? So it's the age-old question of, do you care about the answer or do you care about why? Most people just care about the answer, right? It's just give me the answer.
When the account team is not engaged with their customers, that's having a negative impact on the overall user engagement.
Yeah. It's moving the needle away from we're using bad data to inform ourselves. So we're using a black box to inform. So
right here, Einstein is giving me some top improvement options. And I can see that if I can get users to take the basic and intermediate training, they will be more likely to stay engaged. I'll be sure to share this insight with my team so that we can start moving the adoption needle. And because this is inside my Tableau dashboard, it's also interactive.
That's the only thing. At least
every time I click,
I know how it's been built.
I get a new.
Well, no, you can't. No.
On the fly.
If you want to, you can pick it apart. And I'm guessing you can go back along the weeds and see the model behind
inside Einstein Discovery with absolutely no code.
I wonder if this is
I simply provided a historical usage data set, and Einstein Discovery took care of the rest. It's point and click and
Einstein is deep linked into Salesforce.
But the power of predictions are not just for dashboards.
Explain data.
We've integrated Einstein Discovery across all of Tableau, including the Tableau calculation engine. And it's as simple as creating a calculated field and using the new Einstein Discovery connection.
New connection interface. Hello.
I'm interested in seeing the average predicted user engagement.
I think just for the add-ons, because that was RServe, Python, and
those users have completed.
Right. No, just for that though.
I'll start by dragging the highest training completed field into my row shelf.
To do that for maps as well.
Because Einstein Discovery does row-level predictions, I'll include the row ID in my details. And last, I created a calculated predicted user engagement field because I don't have this persisted in my data source. And when I click and drag that onto my column shelf, I get real-time dynamic predictions powered by Einstein Discovery coming from my Salesforce.
It did, but he's forced it to all be bars.
And just like that, I was able to slice my data.
Yeah, I looked in the bottom left immediately.
And it's clear that the users that take the intermediate and advanced level trainings are more likely to stay engaged. But what if your company's like mine and uses Tableau Prep to clean and prepare your data sources prior to building your visualizations? Well, that's exactly why we've integrated Einstein Discovery directly into Tableau Prep. And it's all done
we have to see it, but it almost feels like an output.
Here's an example of my prep flow where I'm joining my user adoption metrics with training usage.
Sorry,
to insert
just feels like they've bunged it in.
I can click and add a new prediction
sort of origin
node.
Story for it within the Tableau
I can
world,
select my prediction from Einstein Discovery. I'll use the predictive
bulb?
engagement score.
A bulb!
And now I can bulk score all my data.
What?
And look, there's my new prediction column.
I'll answer that question in a second, Alexander.
And it's got predictions.
We'll let this in and I'll explain what's going on.
And remember the top improvements and predictors I showed you in the dashboard? You'll get those written directly to the data source as well.
My webcam
Simply check these boxes and choose the number of predictors and improvements you want included. It's that simple. And when I run my
I like
flow,
the language of top predictors rather than like just the answer.
Get a prediction.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And this data source is ready to be consumed. That way, your fellow dashboard authors don't have to worry about setting up an integration to get the full power of Einstein Discovery. Prep does all the work for you.
Wow.
This is super powerful. By integrating Einstein Discovery across all of Tableau,
for Salesforce users,
not only can you see what happened with your data, but you'll get a view into the future with predictions. I can't wait to see how you use this in your organization. Back to you, Francois.
Boom. That is such a cool demo. Can't wait for this community.
Yeah,
to get
okay, you're
access
right.
to
Green
it.
screen.
Yeah.
It's so
He didn't move
easy
enough,
to
and then he
use
moved, and he's like,
Einstein
"Yep, that's
Discovery
green screen."
right inside of Tableau. And everyone will be able to use the power of data
God.
science and bring it
Right,
to
I'm gonna get rid of
even
my
more
main
people.
mic now.
Einstein Discovery is just one of the many powerful capabilities that are part of Einstein Analytics. Einstein Analytics is the native experience embedded right into Salesforce. It brings actionable analytics directly in the flow of the Salesforce users. It solves that swivel chair problem, and it delivers insights where
That's
people
a new
work.
one. Swivel chair problem.
And as Adam mentioned earlier, our teams have come together under one roof. And now our products are coming together too.
Starting to.
Well, I'm pleased to announce that we're bringing together Tableau and Einstein Analytics. We're going to combine the best of both products to deliver an even broader and deeper
But you'd
platform.
have just started that thing again.
And we'll be doing
and
this by
edited it out.
building deep integrations between Tableau and Einstein Analytics.
It might be live.
We'll make sure we deliver a seamless experience for our joint customers. That there are
The reason
no
is because I
dead
saw a
ends.
picture of Francois
And
wearing a
this
different
means that
shirt.
data in Einstein Analytics will be available
Today.
in
on
Tableau,
Twitter when I was
so you
tweeting
can
about
benefit
Livestream,
from
yeah.
secure and
Okay.
native access to your Salesforce data. Einstein Analytics will be able to leverage data from Tableau, so you have common, well-curated data anywhere it needs to be accessed. Our data prep capabilities will be able to write.
Again, this is
to both
it's just
Tableau
one of these things
and
that's
Einstein Analytics,
it's marketing to
so
a
you
crowd
can
of
use
people
the
who
right
have
tool for your
Salesforce
needs.
Right. Yeah.
and might want Tableau,
And
and it's
we'll
now
have
like
a
giving them
unified
more reason to
authoring
swap
experience.
and get more benefit.
So you have to
Yeah,
create
yeah.
the content
rather than your
only
native
once
Tableau crowd.
and consume
Um,
it anywhere.
So I'm guessing the
in
first
Salesforce,
5 rows
in
of
Tableau,
conference are
or
going to be
embedded
like
in your apps.
moo, 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 moo.
Now, as part of these changes, we're
could you
also
be
going to
talking
change
about,
the
Ravi?
name of Einstein Analytics to Tableau CRM.
First 5 rows of
Tableau
conference.
CRM is the best solution
Whoa.
to deliver contextual
That took a
and
turn.
actionable
Jesus, what did we
analytics
miss?
to every Salesforce user.
Tableau CRM.
We're very excited about this journey. It won't happen overnight, and so we remain very committed to your success.
Wait.
We will retain
Tableau
and
plus
build
Einstein
on the
equals
current capabilities you
CRM.
depend on, even as we innovate and expand going forward. Now, as we look beyond our unified analytics vision, it's been extremely
Wait a
exciting
second.
to go deep into the
Was that
Salesforce
like a
platform.
stealth
The innovations
Yep.
and
branding?
working across the
Not
I don't think it's
company
off Tableau.
on ways
It's
that we
for
can
Salesforce
accelerate our
and
mission.
Einstein.
So
There's so
Einstein
much technology
Analytics
across
and Tableau
Salesforce
inside of
that we can
Salesforce is
use
called Tableau
to help
CRM.
you
But Tableau
unlock,
is still its
analyze,
separate,
Yeah.
and take action on your data. For example, we're working
to
with
confuse
MuleSoft,
people.
the #1
It's why you've got that
integration
random
platform
segment at the end
to
there.
allow you to unlock
This
even
is an
more
unlock.
data
This
sources.
is MuleSoft integration. is
MuleSoft can connect to hundreds
literally
of sources of data,
game level
from
changing
applications
stuff.
to APIs. And all of those sources will be just one click away for you to use in Tableau.
Yes.
We're also
very
working
good.
with Datarama to help you analyze all of your marketing data much more easily with Tableau. Datarama is a powerful platform for marketers to integrate and harmonize marketing
That Tableau
data.
plus
And we'll soon have a
Einstein
native
equals
connector
Tableau
to
CRM could have
Datarama,
been
so you
explained
can
a bit
easily
better.
explore that data live in Tableau.
It definitely sounded like a
And keep an
rebrand
eye
of all
out
of Tableau,
for
but it's
even
not.
more integrations with all of the Salesforce products to unlock the full
I feel like
value
if it
of the
was, I feel
Salesforce
like
Customer 360.
Adam would
We're
have said
working
so.
on improved connectivity,
I don't like
authentication,
this pitch
and new
about
dashboard
Salesforce
starters,
Customer
and
360
so much
because
more
what
to
this
make
means
Tableau
is
the
they're not
#1
going to be investing
analytics
energy in
platform
sort of
for all
bettering
Salesforce
Tableau's
customers.
integration with things
We're
like cloud
accelerating
platforms.
innovation with Salesforce.
Disagree.
Because
Salesforce
we know
also
that
does
no
integrate
matter
with
what the
other cloud
future
platforms,
holds,
like AWS.
we
No, but I'm
all
talking
need
about
to be
focus. I'm not
adaptable.
talking about what they
We
do or
need
don't do. It's like
speed,
the focus
a
of what they're
complete
going to spend
picture,
time integrating
and we need to
into,
empower
right?
everyone
The dev
with
team's
data.
bigger now.
That's
Yeah,
where
but
we're
for
going.
everyone who
and
doesn't
I
use
couldn't
Salesforce,
be more excited about the road ahead.
which is,
Thank you very
I'd
much.
say for Tableau's,
Thank you
maybe,
so much, Francois.
I don't know
What
the
an
number, but
energizing
I don't think
vision for
it's
the
the
platform.
majority of the
I'm
customers.
so excited on
use
behalf of our
Salesforce.
customers.
Like,
We're innovating as fast
is
as
all
we
great,
can
but they're
to
not
help
gonna buy
all of you be
Salesforce.
more adaptable and to help even more people see and understand data. I'm just as excited about this community and what I
That's it.
know we're going to achieve together. There's no one I'd rather have on my side in trying times than the Tableau community. And now, with Einstein Analytics and the entire Salesforce Trailblazer community, our data fam just got a whole lot bigger.
Too right, too right.
We have a great Tableau conference for you, and there's no ish about that. It's so great to be here with our customers, our partners, and our sponsors who helped us figure out how to bring TC to this virtual experience, including our diamond sponsor, Snowflake.
Yeah.
Up next, our CTO, Andrew Beers, and Netflix co-founder, Mark Randolph, are going to discuss data's role in driving impact in the 21st century. But before we move on to that, we have a special treat for you. I'm really excited to introduce an incredible guest who's joining TC this week. He'll be joining a powerful fireside chat later.
John.
He's going to be giving us a special performance later this week. And
yes,
now
JL.
He's going to perform just for you.
The legend.
I know you know
the legend that is
Emmy,
John.
Grammy,
I saw him
Oscar,
live at
and
the O2
Tony
Arena.
Award-winning
It was the best
singer-songwriter
live concert I've
John
ever been to.
Legend.
Thank you to Adam
let me tell
for introducing me. Thank you to my new friends at Tableau for bringing us all together.
I mean, John Legend should be a Tableau aficionado anyway, given that he used to work for BCG before he made it in the music biz.
Need to feel the love.
Look at that flex with his Grammys behind him.
I gave Brie a nudge.
We can let John sing.
Just watching.
Should we sing along? Got the lyrics.
At the beginning of something. And in the end, all I want to do is just fall in. I don't want to think about nothing. Everybody got so much to say.
The subtitles again. It's kind of funny.
Every day a new reason to stay.
It's like a drunkard thing now.
Yeah, I reckon this is pre-recorded, Sam.
100%.
I mean, it would kind of suck. It's like, sorry about that, John. Anyway, talk to us about data.
I wonder why John Legend, like of all the people.
I don't want to think about nothing.
Used to work for BCG, so he's got a background in analytics, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't know.
And in the end, can't nobody do what I'm saying. I just want to think about loving.
So, Ravi, should we do some inside baseball about our setup when this is done, right?
Sure. I'm guessing he's going to do one song and then he goes swap to adverts.
True.
So let's take a pause.
Everyone's left the live stream and come to our stream instead.
yeah, maybe they're looking for some live feedback.
We're going up in viewer count. This is, oh, we've gone down. Oh, I won't report live numbers, but
yeah. Go on. Let's talk. My internet speed is 60 megs.
So
that's it.
It's not the secret to the setup is actually not Ravi's internet connection. It's actually quite. It doesn't matter how good Ravi's internet connection is. He's just got to be able to hold a Zoom call, which he can do, which is fine. So the actual whole horsework is being done on my side, and I'll just detach my webcam. So here we go. So I have my desktop PC over there, which is streaming basically OBS, and I could probably share my screen.
Don't mess with the system, man.
Yeah, let me move OBS so people can see what I'm actually working with on my side. Here you go. So this is OBS. Basically this little green light means it's pushing out, and you can see the bandwidth. It just needs 2 meg of bandwidth up to basically keep the stream alive and everything going as it should be.
This is Pat Hazel at Trendline Studios, sponsored by Snowflake.
Super simple,
and joining us next,
nothing too bad.
I've
only
Tableau
got 21
CTO
megabits,
Andrew Beers,
61
who
down.
will be sitting down
it's
with
the up
veteran
value that
Silicon
really
Valley
matters.
entrepreneur and mentor
so I've just set the
Mark
stream
Randolph.
to not go
Mark, co-founded several successful companies,
upload
most notably
basically, and
Netflix.
that's how you make sure you have a smooth stream.
There is
and it
so
doesn't
much
cut
coming
out.
up
And
that
then
it's going
YouTube
to
and OBS
blow
do the hard
your
work of
mind.
figuring out how to deliver
To help you stay focused and keep you energized, we have a brand new caffeinated partner that promises to keep you motivated.
So small.
I give you visual aid.
Ravi's view.
Do you want to know the secret to monster data conversion? It helps to drink the company Kool-Aid. The
proper
grainy.
grainy.
Devs
Exactly,
is the
but if I
all-new
switch to mine, it's a lot
visual
higher
aid.
quality, and
The energy drink visualizers rely on.
I think that's also the machine I'm using.
Yeah, I didn't properly switch between these views. Really.
This is the beverage that gives you leverage with a jolt of caffeination to boost your illustrations. Visual aid for your daily data soda quota. Now in an affordable, portable, recyclable receptacle.
I'm sure.
Tableau Zen
you're going to
Masters have
get
been
this
selected
mentioned by
due to their
someone.
mastery of the product, a willingness to share knowledge, and a desire to help us
I bought a
improve the
capture card and I
Tableau
didn't use
solutions
it.
of tomorrow.
I ended up sending it back to
The Zen
Amazon because
Master
I
must
didn't use
excel
any sort of
as an
camera
expert, a teacher,
that needed
and a
that capture
collaborator.
card. So the
Here
graphics
now
card
are the
actually that
Tableau
I have
Zen
on my
Masters
PC
for
has
2020.
something called NVENC, which can decode and encode video.
Zen's about to get a shout, man.
Really. Oh, sorry, Ravi. Oh, okay. All hail Zen Masters. All hail Zen Masters.
This is almost like a missing
All
persons
hail
list.
Zen Masters.
If you see these people, please contact the authority.
They should have done like a video call out, like, "Hey, I'm so and so, and we are."
I'm so glad we didn't. I'm so glad we didn't.
It's like they use like Animoto or something.
Craig Blood.
Craig Blood.
Oh, that's not great. That's quite
Josh is incredible. Kelly Hall of Famer. Ken. Two Kens. Ken and Kevin. Two Flarges.
they've got the surname spelt wrong for Flarge.
Yeah. Lindsay.
Poor guys.
Lorna. Good old Lorna. Leek. I don't know why I'm calling them out. You're seeing.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
There's so many. Wowzers.
Yeah, it's
Where are you, Ravi?
31.
Hey.
I did actually. Yeah, I think it's Alpha. Oh wow, that's a big face.
Sarah, good old Sarah. Simon.
There you go.
Iron Viz finalist Simon as well.
Yeah. Looking forward to Iron Viz. We're not going to stream that one. You can just watch that on your own.
Have we met Zen Masters?
It's time for a little
I am
visual
hosting
style
a stream with
that
one
I call
right now.
Funny Business, drawn by award-winning illustrator
Yeah,
Mike Fry.
we're quite fortunate at the Information Lab to have quite a few of the Zen Masters in one place. So I definitely have met a lot of Zen Masters. I also talk to them sort of outside of the community. So yeah, it's. I think Alexander generally didn't know you were a Zen Master.
It's fine.
How dare he? How dare he not
It's fine.
know,
It's
Ravi?
fine. It's not a.
Would you like me to ban him?
I love Tableau because it allows me to ask
No,
questions.
I don't.
I love
I'm just
Tableau
wearing
because
it.
I can see and understand
It's probably what
my data.
I think I'd wear this
I fell
for
in
the
love
first
with
day
Tableau
anyway.
as a customer
Yeah,
because
I was thinking, like, what would I wear on the first day of
project
conferences
and
like
turned
this?
it into a 3-hour project.
It's an interesting initiative.
And
I think
I've been
it's like
a fangirl ever since.
It just feels like
I think people always look at it
people, the
as some sort of. I
product,
mean, I'm not one, so I
touching
can't say
data,
this.
connecting
Whereas
and
you
sharing
can sort
it,
of come back and
talking to people
defend
about
Zens in
data,
some way. But I
working
think
with
there are
customers,
lots of
helping
Zen masters
see
all
their data
around
and
the world
understand
who
it.
are never
Biggest
recognized
reason why
in their
I
own
love
organizations
Tableau is
and stuff like that. So basically, it's just
there's something
a nice
magical
way of sort
about
of
Tableau
taking people and
in
showing people
the
that here's a
incredible
standard
user community that you all have
where you can
developed
get
and the
to
amount of
really sort
resources
of put
that are
their energy into
available.
the community,
It's so rare in
into
the state
helping other
government.
people
We
learn
don't
Tableau.
have the
And by
ability
recognizing
often to
a few,
hire
you help
outside
others sort of
consultants
stand up
or
as well.
assistants.
It
So
kind
a
of works
lot of
both
what we do
ways.
has to be in-house.
Yeah, no,
and
it's
homegrown.
completely in jest, Alexander.
And,
Tim is joking,
I
but yeah,
think
no, it was an honor to be one. I genuinely didn't think I'd ever become one. To the extent that I actually started reaching out to devs directly because I was like, the thing I want the most from this is to get to know the people that build Tableau
to be a data person.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
somehow,
it was an honor to be
when
one.
I found Tableau,
this
it
year.
just
So yeah,
I
it is a large
anymore.
list. It does grow every year
came
and
through
change every year.
Pretty much came out as a true data person.
Very cool. Very
really,
cool.
it's hard not to when you've got a tool that's just so fun to use.
People think that
He's there.
on the surface level, oh, it's basically Excel, but it's not even close to the same thing.
I love Tableau because it really provides a platform where it's endless hours and hours that people can talk and exchange ideas and
Well, what we've got next then? Have we got Netflix guy? Shall we
I don't think
cut the feeds? I don't know whether everyone's going to continue listening to Mr. Netflix man.
Yeah, so that's the main keynote over really. I think this fireside chat.
NASA and
what is this akin to? I'm trying to think. Do we actually ever have this conference?
Yeah, they usually get a customer on stage.
I love Tableau.
So I think
they do it right. They do it early on.
They do it early on. Yeah,
that's why. Yeah.
So they do the data story and the CEO in it. Then they get a customer in the middle. Then we finish with.
We're here to put you in the in crowd. Here we go.
Let me reduce the volume of the stream.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and then I think the fireside chat is just a continuation, just to finish the morning off, because this is for the US folks. This is the morning of conference, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So this is going to be replayed in EMEA from 9 till 12 tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Like, the conference is, it feels weird. Conference is live, you know, all the sessions are playing out on all the different broadcast channels, and I'm probably going to go have dinner and then go to bed.
yeah, exactly.
And then wake up tomorrow and see what everyone's raving about. I think Devs at Desk is the next thing, and I want the 2020.4 announcement beta to drop, so then I can go and actually start recording videos. That's all I'm here for.
So shall we finish up then for tonight? Let's do a quick recap. What do we hear? So we heard Adam talking about this year with COVID and the diversity. I thought you did a really good job there. Just going through all those. It's quite a difficult topic, quite a current topic. But I think Tableau is setting out their stall in a really succinct and clear way with some great speakers, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was great. And then following Adam, we had Mr. Francois Elie, Meraki, and the Salesforce guy. Bill?
Someone Brill. I can't remember.
Yeah.
That's
Joe
really
Brill?
bad. I'm really
Anyway.
sorry if you're watching the stream back. I guess we spend a lot of time with the other devs, so we probably very quite familiar with them.
Yeah, absolutely. So they went through desktop in browsers, personal spaces, and collections, which I'm very excited for. I'm really looking forward to collections.
Yeah.
I think, and then
Bobby Brill.
So that's what we've got for this evening. We'll be back tomorrow.
Devs at Desk,
quarter to 5. We'll probably smooth this out tomorrow.
Two promises for tomorrow. I will learn how to audio mix. That's takeaway number 1. I've actually literally had cues on the chat telling me when the audio levels aren't great. I need to find a way.
Bobby Brill. That's the guy's name, Bobby Brill.
Of queuing audio myself. So yeah, we'll definitely get the audio better and we'll be a lot smoother. But otherwise, thank you for being in our audience today. It's been really, really good fun. I think we managed to figure out this live stream thing finally, minus audio hiccups. So yeah.
Excellent. No, thank you all for joining. Let's come join us for Devs at Desk. What we'll do after Devs at Desk, given it's a half-an-hour session, is just chat. Let's talk about the features, talk about the stuff that was mentioned today in the roadmap as well, in a bit more detail. Maybe we'll do half an hour watching and listening to that, and then we'll do some reaction afterwards.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Okay. Absolutely. Sounds excellent. Right.